So I'm here. Is it Greg Scarnici or Greg Scarnici?
Scarnici.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I, of course, have this copy. I don't have the pretty version. Are you happy with it?
Pretty version.
Yeah,
Here's
show
the
us.
nice pretty version.
Look at how handsome you look on it. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm excited. Definitely. I mean, my first book, so remember the excitement you felt when you first got published?
Right, right. So this book is a collection of sort of humorous autobiographical essays and reminiscences. Tell us a little bit about how you started writing and why you started writing it and how it came together.
Yeah, basically I'm a big fan of David Sedaris and his style of writing and his essays. So back in, I guess, the mid-2000s, I was reading his books, and I just started writing some essays sort of like an exercise in writing. And then little by little, I was like, maybe there's a book here. And it just sort of came together organically. It wasn't really like, I said, I'm going to write a book.
It was just you went off on different tangents and had little things, and then all of a sudden you noticed that it started getting thicker and thicker.
Yes, I like when it gets thicker and thicker.
A lot of it is stories about you and your acting career.
There's some of that. There's, a lot of me growing up gay, early like club life and drugs, and then some acting stuff. Those are like the three main themes, I guess.
A lot of sex stories, a lot of drug stories. Did you hesitate about telling them? Or did you have was that never even a consideration?
It was never even a consideration. I'm just an open and honest person. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and pretend like my 20s were all sweet and innocent. No, I was out there going to clubs, doing drugs.
One of the things that was most shocking to me, it takes a lot to shock me, mind you, but that you were the practice dick for girls at your school. Like, will you explain a little bit about that? Because to me, I have never heard of this. The girls at your school decided that they were going to practice giving blowjobs on you.
Yeah, because they probably all know that I was a queen before I did.
This was okay with you. This was fine?
Who wouldn't like getting head? Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because then there are these other scenes a little bit later on where you're at the Limelight, okay, of all places. You're in one of the back rooms having sex with like 10 guys, and you still think that you might be straight.
I never said straight. I thought it was like bi. I had a very prolonged bi period. Like
sort of, maybe kind of a little bit bi, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think people of our generation, they all went through that bi phase. Whether it was like 3 months or a year, you went through this phase where you told everyone you were bi.
You worked at Saturday Night Live for a long time?
Yeah, it's been like 20 years now.
Oh, yeah? I didn't realize you were still there.
I'm here right now, actually.
Huh. But you've also done your own, pre-Levonia Jenkins, you made your own movie.
Yes, I made a movie.
That was a resounding success. People are still clamoring to get their hands on the director's cut.
Yes. It's got 3 downloads on some Russian BitTorrent site. I think that's about it.
It was called what? Glam Trash?
Glam Trash, yeah. And it was a movie I made when I was like 25 years old, thinking that, hey, I'm going to make a movie, and had not a lot of experience and no money, and it was just kind of a mess.
But you don't regret the experience?
I mean, I learned so much. I mean, you're similar to me. We just sort of like jump into things and not necessarily knowing how it's going to turn out. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you always learn.
More often than not. Yeah, I know. Do you have any advice for kids who are like, trying to get something that maybe they can't ever attain? Or, I mean... Yeah, I would say that it's not hard. Just pick up your fucking phone, shoot a web show, put it on YouTube, and you're bound to get some kind of an audience. Is this what you were meant to be doing? I guess so, because I have a lot of friends that I grew up with that were actors and writers and photographers, and a lot of them gave up along the way, and they would always say to me, "You're so resilient," and I would just look at them like they were crazy, because this is just what I do. It's not that I'm giving, I would never just give up on this, because it's part of who I am.
And if there wasn't any success that came along, I would still be making music and videos and everything else. You know what I mean? You're not going to just stop being James St. James, right?
I couldn't if I tried, if I wanted to. Yeah. There was a three-way that you had with someone.
Okay, so do you remember HX magazine?
Yeah.
So HX used to have personals in the back, and that's where you could like go to meet guys before like Grindr and Scruff and everything. So my boyfriend and I found an ad for a guy that was looking for a three-way. So we're like, all right, let's give him a call. We met up with him, we had sex and everything. And then a week later, he called me up because his oven was turned off and he needed a big special K.
I think it was me! I think you had sex with me! that is something I totally would have done. Called someone to see if I could use their oven.
Listen, he came over and he baked his K in a Pyrex dish my grandmother gave me. Like, on his way, and I never saw him again. I'm a freak magnet, and I wouldn't have it any other way. They're so much fun. I love exciting, crazy people. Don't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, hello. Yeah. So what else is happening? What else are you doing?
I DJ a monthly tea dance with Robin Bird on Sundays at the Monster.
That's fun.
And gearing up for the new season in SNL. What's going on with you?
Well, I don't know. Well, good luck, baby, and just keep in touch and let me know how it's going.
Without a doubt, I hope to see you when you come out here.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Thanks again for everything.
Bye.
And don't forget to subscribe to WOW Presents.